When you think of Cambridgeshire, what exactly pops into your head? While I can't read your mind, I would bet a lot of money that it would be the city of Cambridge, maybe specifically its world-famous university. While Cambridge is undeniably impossible to ignore when discussing Cambridgeshire, it only takes up a minuscule part of land within a relatively large county. Many settlements and natural attractions are almost always overlooked whenever tourists find themselves within the county, and I intend for this video to change that. Welcome to the 4th episode of England Explained, the series where we go through each county within England and unpack what makes them unique. This episode is Cambridgeshire. The county of Cambridgeshire is located in the east of England within the region of East Anglia, with East Anglia itself being commonly understood to consist of the counties of Cambridgeshire, as well as Norfolk, Suffolk and Essex. It borders the counties of Lincolnshire to the north, Northamptonshire to the west, Bedfordshire to the southwest, Hertfordshire and Essex to the south, and Suffolk and Norfolk to the east. The population of the county is estimated to be just over 900,000 people, with the county town of Cambridge having a population of around 150,000. In regards to the history of the county, the area encompassing what is now Cambridgeshire is home to one of the first Neolithic permanent settlements in all of the modern-day United Kingdom, with it being known as Fengate. Must Farm in Whittlesea was home to what was described as the best dwellings ever found in Britain, with it being home to numerous rare artefacts and relics. Additionally, many Anglo-Saxon skeletons were unearthed beneath the soils in Hixton and Oakington, with one having been in native Britain and the other having a mix of both native and continental ancestry. The county of Cambridgeshire is mentioned within the Domesday Book. However, it is referred to as Grantbridgeshire within it, not Cambridgeshire, with it being named after the River Granta. Cambridgeshire's very existence as a county came to pass in the year 1888, when its county council was put into place. It wasn't until 1965 when Cambridgeshire and the Isle of Ely unified, and not until 1972 until both Peterborough and Huntingdon joined too. When mentioning Huntingdon, I think that it's vital to also mention Huntingdonshire. Huntingdonshire itself as an entity has always confused me, with the best way to describe it being a county within a county. Until its merger with Peterborough and then eventually Cambridgeshire, Huntingdonshire was its own county, with its own flag, identity and population. I could potentially make a video going into more depth regarding Huntingdonshire, especially when considering the fact that some people residing within the district believe that it should regain its status as a county. Who knows, maybe that will one day be the case once again. Also joining Cambridgeshire in the year 1972, Peterborough is today the largest settlement in the whole county, with it being just slightly larger than the county town of Cambridge. Peterborough essentially sits within an almost grey zone within England, as many people see it as not belonging to any of the counties that surround it. Until I began to research English counties, I was always under the impression that the city of Peterborough was located within Lincolnshire, due to the fact that whenever I searched Cambridgeshire in Google Maps, it would always appear to be outside of its borders. While this can be misleading, Peterborough is very much a part of Cambridgeshire, and holds more connections to it than it does with any other county. I apologise for going off on a bit of a tangent here. I just knew that I would have been kicking myself if I didn't at least mention the logistic significance of Peterborough and Huntingdonshire. The county of Cambridgeshire is made up of 6 districts. From north to south, these are Fenland, Peterborough, Huntingdonshire, East Cambridgeshire, Cambridge City, and South Cambridgeshire. The region of East Anglia itself is very well known within the United Kingdom for being especially flat in comparison to the rest of the country. No English county does a better job at portraying this fact than Cambridgeshire, as the county is home to Holme Fen, which is the lowest lying point in all of Great Britain, at only 2.75 metres below sea level. Due to its low-lying elevation, Cambridgeshire is somewhat lacking in notable geographic features. Despite this, one area certainly does stand out within the county. When observing the county from above, you may notice a unique land feature that appears as a scar across a landscape of pasture and farmland. This unusual feature is named the Ouse Washes. Located just outside of Ely and shared with Norfolk, the Ouse Washes essentially acts as a huge man-made flood defence system. Throughout history, this specific low-lying area of East Anglia around the Wash has been significantly prone to flooding, so the Ouse Washes acts as a vital way for the flow of the Great River Ouse to be controlled to make flooding much less likely and severe. Interestingly, as well as being a crucial flood defence, the Ouse washes additionally acts as a special protection area for certain bird species and a special area of conservation. One other geographic feature within Cambridgeshire that I thought would be important to mention is the Grafton Water Reserve. Located within the district of Huntingdonshire, it is the largest reservoir within the county. Constructed in 1965, it is the 8th largest reservoir in all of England and acts as a major source of drinking water within the region. The nature reserve adjacent to the reservoir is home to an ancient woodland which is at least 400 years old, as well as numerous bird species. In past videos I've made, I've simply selected a random list of settlements within the respective county to talk about, usually based on size or historical significance. Starting with this video, I'm going to attempt to do something different. Rather than just randomly picking settlements around each county, I will go through each district within the county and explain a few settlements within each of them. I feel that this way I will cover a much wider variety of settlements and do a better job at covering the county in its entirety, which is especially important for counties with more sparse or uneven population densities, as even small villages are sometimes worth mentioning. The first district that I will cover within Cambridgeshire is the district of Fenland. It has a population of around 104,000 people, and the largest settlement within it is Wisebeck. Located in the north of the district of Fenland, across from the border with Norfolk, is the town of Wisebeck. It has a population of around 33,000 people, nicknamed the capital of the Fens. The town is primarily known for being the home of a large concentration of well-preserved Georgian infrastructure. Some notable attractions within the town of Wisebeck include Peckover House and Garden, an 18th century townhouse fit with stunning Georgian infrastructure and a beautiful garden. Elgood and Sons, one of the first ever Georgian breweries opened outside of London. It additionally offers a 4-acre award-winning garden on location. And Wisebeck Castle, originally being a Norman castle and later a well-known prison, which now does a very good job at encapsulating the history of the local area. The second largest settlement within Fenland is the town of March. It is located in the centre of the district and has a population of around 22,000 people. During the period that the Isle of Ely had county status from the years of 1889 to 1965, March acted as its county town. The name March is believed to derive from the Old English word of mearc, meaning boundary. During the period of Roman settlement within the area, it is commonly understood that the town would have been almost entirely surrounded by marshland, especially before the draining of the Fens, a vast area of wetland encompassing much of the area surrounding the wash. Some notable attractions within March include St Wandre's Church, which is famous for its double hammer beam roof, which is very well known within the architecture community, and the March and District Museum, which holds artefacts regarding the local heritage of the area, with an exhibit detailing what life has traditionally been like within the area of Fenland. The last settlement within Fenland that I will be mentioning in this video is the town of Whittlesea, with a population of around 14,000 people. It is located in the district's west within close proximity to Peterborough. Whittlesea as a settlement is believed to date back all the way to the year 1000 BCE, with it, like March, also likely having been located on a marshy island surrounded by the fen before its draining. A few examples of attractions within Whittlesea include the Whittlesea Museum, which goes through the history of the town from the prehistoric era all the way to the modern day, and Flag Fen Archaeology Park, located just a short drive towards Peterborough. The site features the remains of an ancient Bronze Age causeway, as well as reconstructed roundhouses. The next district is the district and city of Peterborough, located in the north of Cambridgeshire and with a population of around 215,000 as previously mentioned. It is the largest city within the whole county. In regards to the city's history, it acted as the main administrative centre for the Stoke of Peterborough within the historic county of Northamptonshire, until the year 1965, when it formed part of the county of Huntingdon and Peterborough, which sustained until its merger with Cambridgeshire in 1974. A majorly significant event within Peterborough's history took place in the mid-19th century, when the Great Northern Railway was constructed, connecting the cities of London and York, with it cutting through Peterborough. This led to a substantial amount of growth within the city, as it began to transition from a relatively insignificant market town into a major industrial centre. Additionally, The local clay deposit surrounding the city created a valuable brick distribution industry, which acted as the main area of brick distribution within all of the UK at the time. Some of the notable attractions within the city of Peterborough include, but are not limited to, the Peterborough Cathedral. Being one of the features that the city is most famous for, when visiting it would be almost impossible for someone to miss the cathedral, which dates back all the way to the 12th and 13th centuries. For a more in-depth detailed look at the building, it frequently offers tours of its interior. Additionally, the Peterborough Museum offers a Victorian operating theatre, as well as many civic art collections and many fossils. In terms of a natural attraction within Peterborough, the west of the city offers the Ferry Meadows in Neen Park, which acts as a scenic area for walkers, cyclists, and allows for recreational activities such as fishing and horse riding. The next district within Cambridgeshire is the district of Huntingdonshire, which has a population of approximately 190,000 people. The most populated settlement within the district of Huntingdonshire is St Neots, with a population of approximately 33,000 people. It is located in the south of the district, in close proximity to the border with Bedfordshire. Historically, the town dates back all the way to the Iron Age, as the remains of an Iron Age settlement have been unearthed within the centre of the town. Additionally, a Roman encampment was also unearthed within St Neots. Some notable attractions within the town of St Neots include the St Neots Museum, originally a Victorian police station. The museum holds a collection of stories regarding the town and the surrounding area, and Priory Park, where the remains of the medieval St Neots Priory is located. Next on the list is the settlement that Huntingdonshire gets its name from, the town of Huntingdon. With a population of around 25,000 people, the town of Huntingdon is located roughly within the centre of the district of Huntingdonshire. The town is best known for being the birthplace of one of the most important figures in all of British history, Oliver Cromwell. The town was originally founded by the Danes and the Anglo-Saxons, with it first being mentioned within the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle in the year 921, where it was under the name of Huntingdon, which is not too dissimilar from its modern-day name. Additionally, it is believed that the town acted as an area where the Danes would prepare for assaults and raids outside of the region of East Anglia during their period of prominence up until the year of 917, when they migrated towards Tempsford in Bedfordshire, which was touched upon previously within the Bedfordshire episode. I also thought that it would be worth mentioning that just to the north of Huntingdon there exists RAF Alconbury, an active Royal Air Force station. It was opened in the year 1938 and was used by the United States Army Air Forces from the years of 1942 to the conclusion of the Second World War in 1945. Some attractions within Huntingdon that I believe are worth mentioning include the Cromwell Museum, which holds both artefacts and portraits regarding the late historical figure, Huntingdon Castle Hills, which is the location where the castle once built for William the Conqueror stood from the year 1068, and the well-known and believed to be haunted Hinchingbrook House. The last settlement within the district of Huntingdonshire that I will mention within this video is the village of Yaxley, located just to the south of Peterborough. The village has a population of around 9,000 people and is relatively well known for being within close proximity to the site of the Norman Cross Prison, which was the first prisoner of war camp ever recorded, with it being used to hold prisoners of war during the French Revolutionary Wars. Some examples of attractions and points of interest within the village of Yaxley include the Three Horseshoes pub, which has numerous outstanding reviews, and just to the south of the village is the Holme Fen National Nature Reserve, which is home to the previously mentioned Holme Fen, the lowest lying point in all of the UK. The next district within Cambridgeshire is the district of East Cambridgeshire. It has a combined population of approximately 87,000 residents, with the largest settlement within it being Ely. The settlement of Ely, despite being called home by only around 20,000 people, is interestingly considered a city by the British government. Like many of the other previously mentioned settlements within Cambridgeshire, Ely was originally constructed on a clay island which would have been originally surrounded by the marshy fens. Within the city exists evidence of late Mesolithic and Bronze Age activity. Items such as flint tools, axes and spearheads have all been unearthed within the area. Famously, Ely Cathedral was constructed in the year 1083, giving it the status of one of the oldest cathedrals within all of England. Some notable attractions within Ely include the Ely Cathedral, which as previously mentioned is one of the oldest in England, the Ely Museum, which gives insight into the town's development, as well as old farming practices in the local area, via the use of interactive exhibits primarily aimed at children, and Ely Country Park, which offers quaint and peaceful walks along the banks of the Great River Ouse. Next is the town of Littleport, which is located just to the north of Ely. It has a population of around 9,000 people. The most interesting thing about Littleport that I found in my research is a story regarding its founder, King Canute. After being denied shelter by a collective of drunken monks, it is told that a fisherman gave shelter to Canute, who rewarded the kind Samaritan by making him the mayor. Additionally, during the year 1816, the Littleport riots took place, after soldiers from the Battle of Waterloo returned to the town only to find that they could not find any employment, which was only made considerably worse by the sharp spike in grain prices at the time. Despite my best efforts, I could not find any notable attractions or points of interest within Littleport. However, I don't think that the town has to prove itself with interesting things to do within it, as its history is very charming in my personal opinion. The final settlement within the district of East Cambridgeshire that I will give mention to is the town of Soham, which is located in the centre of the district with a population of 12,000 people. The town is arguably most famous for the Soham rail disaster of 1944, when a heavy ammunition train holding ammunition to be used during the Second World War caught fire. Luckily, the town was saved from destruction when staff on board the train managed to contain the blaze as the train passed through the town. Some examples of attractions within Soham include the Old Tiger Stables, which offers horse riding lessons, and South Angle Farm Park, which offers a wide variety of animals, some of which could be interacted with by guests. Before I conclude talking about the district of East Cambridgeshire, I just wanted to quickly mention Cambridgeshire's most noticeable border anomaly, which is located within the district. When observing the county of Cambridgeshire from above, it is almost impossible not to notice the small cut-out section of land surrounding the Suffolk town of Newmarket. While I will give more insight into this border quirk in the Suffolk episode when I do eventually get to it, I just felt that it was worthy of a mention in this video, as it does affect the appearance of Cambridgeshire's borders. Now it is finally time for me to talk about the world-famous Cambridge. With a population of around 150,000 people, the city is the second most populous within the county, coming in after Peterborough in the north. Of course, Cambridgeshire is most famous for its world-class university, which was founded in 1209, making it the third oldest university on Earth. It is believed that human settlement in and around what is now Cambridge dates back all the way to before the prehistoric era, with the remains of a believed to be 3,500-year-old farmstead having been discovered beneath the site of Fitzwilliam College. Countless centuries later, during the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution resulted in Cambridge expanding rapidly, as life expectancy and agricultural production increased significantly within England as a whole. The introduction of the Great Eastern Railway line in 1845, connecting Cambridge to cities such as London and Norwich, resulted in an increase in industry within the city, with this only enabling future housing developments to be overseen in the early to mid-20th century. During the Second World War, the city was of vital importance to the British Army, with it being the headquarters of the RAF training centre for the counties of Norfolk, Suffolk, Essex, Huntingdonshire, Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire, and of course Cambridgeshire. Cambridge was granted its city charter in the year of 1951, despite it famously not having a cathedral, which has traditionally been the main reason for city status being given to settlements within England. Some notable attractions within the city of Cambridge include the Fitzwilliam Museum, which offers free entry to all and is home to many valuable artefacts such as Asian ceramics, paintings, armour and coins. The Cambridge University Botanic Garden, which encompasses 40 acres of land and is home to a cafe as well as glasshouses. And the iconic King's College Chapel, which is well known for its display of Gothic architecture, stunning stained glass windows, and for holding informative displays regarding the history of the area within its walls. The final district within the county of Cambridgeshire is South Cambridgeshire. With a population of around 162,000 people, the district fully surrounds the city of Cambridge. The most populated settlement within the district of South Cambridgeshire is the town of Camborne, with a population of around 12,000 people. Camborne is a relatively young town within England, with the construction of Upper Camborne only beginning in the year 2008. Originally, the town was set to be named Monkfield, however this was changed to Camborne, as it made the town seem much more connected to the nearby Cambridge. An example of a notable attraction within Camborne is the Camborne Nature Reserve, which acts as a quaint recreational area for the town's residents and visitors alike.
Another example of a settlement within the district of South Cambridgeshire is the village of Sawston, located just south of Cambridgeshire with a population of around 7,000. While the village has only existed as something other than a hamlet for around 500 years or so, there is evidence to suggest that Sawston dates back to as far as the Bronze Age. The most notable attraction within the village of Sawston is certainly Sawston Hall, a Tudor manor house dating back to the 16th century. The area around the hall is notably considered to be the site of special scientific interest due to the presence of Cambridge milk parsley, a rare plant native to England. The flag of Cambridgeshire incorporates the same shade of blue as used on the shield from the regional flag of East Anglia. The 3 golden Saxon crowns featured on the flag are also taken from the flag of East Anglia. The River Cam is represented by the 2 wavy lines that streak across the flag from left to right. The colour of these 2 lines is named Cambridge Blue, and as well as being featured on the county's flag, the colour is also the official colour of Cambridge University. In regards to the culture of Cambridgeshire, there are a few nicknames occasionally used when describing people from the county. The most common nickname used is Fen Tiger. However, this more specifically refers to people living within Fenland, or other locations within the historical Fen area. The other names are less commonly used. They are the Cambridgeshire Camel and the Cambridgeshire Crane, with the Crane nickname specifically stemming from the fact that cranes were originally native to the fen before it was drained. Some examples of foods that originate within Cambridgeshire are the Fizzbilly's Chelsea bun, a syrupy sweet pastry that is commonly served alongside traditional English pub food. Additionally, the county produces a wide array of cheeses and craft ales. In conclusion, I hope that this episode of England Explained has demonstrated that the county of Cambridgeshire is much more than just the city of Cambridge. It also offers a fascinating geography and history, as well as many criminally underrated cities, towns and villages. If you've made it this far into the video, then thank you for watching. Also, feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps to motivate me on my journey of covering all 48 counties within England. The next episode of England Explained will be covering the northern county of Cheshire. So until then, stay tuned. There is a lot of content to come this year. Goodbye.